Okay, everyone, welcome into the live training. Happy Thursday. We're almost there to Friday. Hope everyone's had a good, productive week. Let's see. As usual, if you are returning to the training, if you can put a two in the chat. If you are new to Dubb, please put a one in the chat if you don't mind. If you're new to the platform, maybe you're just checking Dubb out for the first time. You could be on a free trial. You could have just gone on a paid plan, Pro or Pro Plus, but this is all new to you, and you're checking it out, which is awesome. All right, very cool. Hey, ones are wild this morning. Got some twos in here as well. Great. Lori, let me come over to you. I saw you put a one in there. Let me find you in here. Lori, if you want to say hi, you can unmute. If you want to say hello, you're more than welcome.
I can say hello. How are you? I don't feel like going on video right now, but I can say hello.
Yeah, that's okay. These all the videos are shut off on your side, so it's only audio. So
Oh,
what
thank
brings
you.
you our way?
I keep getting messages from you guys, and today I happen to have time, and I thought, I'm going to listen in, and I'm happily, pleasantly, shockingly surprised that this is live. So good on you.
Sweet. Actually, this is not live, but see how interactive this is? No, I'm kidding. That's going to be the point someday where
I
it's going to
like
be like
that.
that.
You
Yeah.
knew you knew in advance.
Yeah, exactly. What's your industry, Lori? What do you do?
So my industry is automotive. The services that I offer are consulting to automotive retail businesses and their service partners.
Okay. What's kind of your pitch? Like what's the what are you offering them?
So the company is called Foster Growth Strategies. And so we focus on business growth and acceleration and leadership growth and development. So my entire lane within the strata of the industry is executives, upper management,
Mm.
executives, C-suite.
Okay. And for them, I guess the boiling it down to that hook, what would be the reason they would go to your services? So people within a certain realm within the auto industry know how to move up and be able to have just better leadership qualities.
Right. I think sitting here with the news in the background here. So sorry.
Yeah.
I think to boil it down, it's for any company looking to get ahead and stay ahead
Hmm.
with all of the change and disruption happening
Okay. Yeah.
constantly. We are in a very, I mean, the whole world is always changing, um,
Yeah.
but automotive is especially volatile and affected by so many. There's
Yeah.
not a single factor that doesn't happen in the world that doesn't affect some piece of automotive. And the funny thing is, when it's good in one area, it's actually
Mhm.
that area is not actually as lucrative for me because people feel like everything's okay. So it's the
Uh,
areas that are suffering where I help.
yeah.
And so I'm
Yeah.
always like, so whether it's going well or not, because I
Yeah.
help the retailers and their suppliers and so all of their software providers, everyone, if
Yeah.
one end is suffering, usually the other end is good. And so I
Yeah.
just shift where I'm focusing.
Hey, I like how you said shift. Automotive. Nice. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, hey,
easy.
yeah. We could do lots of those.
Yeah, you could do some of the. It's perfect. Yeah, because we always talk about hooks. I'll talk about them in a few. But I think for what you're doing, when I walk through the training today, you're basically going to see different ways to record with Dubb, and I talk about little strategies as well. And I think it's always about deciding what kind of way do I want to record this Dubb video? Because,
Right.
is it from my webcam? Is it a screen recording where I'm in a bubble pointing something out? Is it a mobile app? So I'm going to show you those different ways. But at the end of the day, it's about having that nice visual disruption along with the hook. So you have plenty of material in terms of the automotive industry to kind of hone in on, but I think it's really about the person that receives it. How does it affect them? That's really what it's
Right.
about.
And that's, I think, when I initially heard about your company, that was it. And I have a volume, I have a pretty solid following on LinkedIn, like nearly 30,000 followers there.
Great.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm looking to like repurpose and fine tune all of
Yeah.
this thousands of pieces of content that I have and
Mm.
really get sharp with my message and clear as I've refined some of my products and services in the last year, even changing the name of the company slightly.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just a real time of growth and change, even for myself. I'm managing myself like I manage everyone else's
Yeah.
projects.
Makes sense. I mean, everything's changing so quickly. I'll say this real, just wrapping up this part here. We do a
Thank you so
LinkedIn.
much.
We do a LinkedIn part. So when I get to that part, pay attention to that. Also, posts on LinkedIn. You can have a little Dubb link below. I'll show that. So definitely related to what you're doing.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for
Cool.
taking the time.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, Lori. Appreciate it. Okay, cool. So let me pop over to another one. I think we have Heidi in here. Let me come over to you, Heidi. I saw you put a one in there as well. Whoops, wrong one. Sorry, hit the wrong one there. Heidi, can you hear me okay?
Hi, Rob. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, what brings you our way?
I actually came just across you last night, in an ad, and I loved what I saw, and I was like, "Oh, this is really interesting and different, something I haven't seen."
Okay.
So I started consuming your videos on the platform last night, and I actually have a call later, and I thought this was the call. So I was like, "Oh no, it's actually a training or a video." So I'm gonna hop in here. So this is really cool. Thank you. And I noticed you do it every day.
Yeah, yeah, Monday through Friday. No weekends yet. I'm just kidding. No,
I'm good with no weekends. I won't be
yeah,
here.
me too. What's your industry, Heidi? What do you do?
We are actually a growth partner agency. So we
Okay.
work with businesses in strategic visibility and
Mhm.
automation of their back end. We have our own AI agents, such as receptionists, SDRs. We also do podcasting, lead generation, and production.
Perfect. Yeah, you got some slots there. We always talk about with Dubb, which I'll talk about in a little bit, different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. That's perfect for that. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Look forward to it.
Cool. Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.
Yeah. And let's see, Patrick, I saw you put a one in here as well. Let me come over to you, Patrick. If you want to unmute and say hi, you can if you want to.
Hey, how
How are you,
are you?
Patrick?
I'm good.
Yeah, thanks. What brings you our way?
So my business partner already had a meeting with you guys this morning. So like Heidi, I found you online, loved what I saw. I said, "Hey, Art, we gotta talk with these guys." And before I knew it, he'd set up a meeting. So he had a 9 o'clock with you guys this morning. So
Oh,
I'm
cool.
just trying to catch up to him at this point.
Oh, that's cool. What do you guys do, Patrick? What's your industry?
So, Art really is the brains behind what we do. He's been in the business credit and or business funding and credit repair space.
Yep.
I've been in the home improvement space for 10 years, so we've joined forces and we are now generating partnerships with home improvement companies who desperately need to get their good percentage or a rising percentage of their client base credit repaired so they can get
Got it.
funded for home improvement stuff.
Yeah, because that's if they can't get that, it's going to be tough to do that unless they're just flush with cash. So that would
Correct.
be, yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
great. There's a
So
lot of
yeah, we
angles with
love
that.
what we say. Oh, and I tell you real quick.
Yeah,
So I live in Vermont, and we always say Vermont's a really small town.
yeah.
And as I'm reviewing some of the videos, I saw a gentleman that I know who's on your testimonial loop for 2026. And as soon as I saw that, I sent it right off to Art and I said, Art, we definitely have to do this. Chris is a really sharp guy, and he showed up in your video. So that was a really cool kind of aha moment for me.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's great. That's cool you're in Vermont. I grew up back in New England. I've been in LA for 20 something years, but like I used to do hiking up in Vermont and in New Hampshire, man on the mountain. So all that stuff out there is pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Glad to
Well,
be
thanks
here.
for coming in, Patrick. Appreciate it. Sweet. All right, so let me pop over to, I think we have one more, a couple more. Let's see, Ivan. Let me come over to you, Ivan, and say hello while you are here. Let's see, let me find you, Ivan. There you are. Hi, Ivan. If you want to say hello, you can unmute and say hi. If you want to say hi. Or Yvonne, maybe? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. You can unmute if you'd like to. If not, you can say hi in the chat if you're busy on your side. Totally get it if you are. Um, there we go.
Hi, it's Larissa.
Oh, Larissa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what brings you our way?
Very similar to the other chaps, the chap and the lady, with regards to I booked on to try and just see what it's all about, really. And then I got this link through that you were live at this time of the day, so I thought I'd jump on and likewise just check you all out.
Sweet. What's your industry?
Again, growth consultant, so we deal with hospitality in the UK.
Oh, nice. Great. Yeah, hospitality. You could do a lot of interesting videos about that. There's so many dynamic parts of hospitality in general. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's neat. Sweet.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
thanks. Yeah. Go ahead.
looking forward to see what you can show us what we can do.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about quite a number of things you put in order, but it's all about the visuals and the hook. That's what we're going to talk about in a second. So, thank you for coming in. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. And then this training, just so everybody knows, is going to be on our YouTube support channel. So it's usually uploaded there typically within about, I think, 3 to 4 hours, usually is when we have it up there. So what people typically do is they come into the training, go to that YouTube support channel later, and then they'll check out, the certain parts they want to see again, which is probably the best way to do it. I just dropped that in the chat right there. So thanks for coming in, Larissa. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then I saw one more one before we get going, and I believe that was, where are you? Alex. Let me come over to you, Alex. If you want to say hello, Alex, you can unmute and say hi if you like to.
Hey Rob, how you doing?
Yeah, good to meet you. What brings you our way, Alex?
Yeah, I came across your site actually yesterday, and I recommended it to our company. We are in the mar is it we're a marketing agency, and I wanted to just shift from making a traditional cold outreach to making maybe video outreach for prospects. I figured maybe this could help out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, we've got there's so many strategies you can do. When it comes to cold, the good old Arctic cold, we usually recommend kind of A/B testing it. You can do one where you record one video, so you're not making a lot of effort, different videos for different folks. Record one good video, send it out, and test that against sending an email where it's a statement and a question, really short. And if
Hmm.
they respond, then send them a video. So when it comes to the cold, because warm's different than cold. Cold's a little more,
Right.
it's rougher. So I would do an A/B test on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for pointing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, Alex. And okay, so everybody, I'm going to share my screen here, but before I do, I'm going to pop something in the chat here. So every day at 12:30 p.m. PST, if anyone's interested, they're more than welcome to join us for our Dubb AI session. So the team created this really cool little AI assistant that's different than regular AI. It doesn't just do the strategizing, the writing, the organization, all that does that, but it actually does the doing part. It does sending, updates, daily tasks. It's pretty awesome. So if you're looking to kind of get away from doing a bunch of admin stuff and get back to what you're doing, Dubb AI is a really cool creation that the team has had. So I'm going to pop a couple things in the chat right now. What's in there is the first link is dubb.com/, whoops, I think I put the wrong one in there. Hold on, it's this one. Dubb.com/ TAI. That link right there is for our 12:30 p.m. If you want to register, come in and check it out. We're in there every day, Monday through Friday. The other link I put in there is for a big event we're doing on Wednesday, the 20th at 11 a.m. PST. That's all about Dubb AI. So a lot of people are registering right now. So if you want to come and check it out, come to the big thing we're doing next week. Or if you want to pop in anytime Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. PST, you're more than welcome. And that's for Dubb AI. All right, so let's talk about classic Dubb. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen here and let's jump in. And here is that Dubb support channel I was talking to you about that I put in the link. Just come in here into videos, and it's got all of our stuff in here. Live trainings, edited stuff, really, really cool library to learn from. All right, as far as Dubb in general, so it's all about what this thing looks like when someone receives it. So when you record a Dubb video, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat. When you hit record, whatever you're doing for the first 3 seconds is going to be an animated video preview that someone is going to see and they're going to want to click on it. Now, there are a number of different ways to record with Dubb, which I'm going to show the styles in a second. But the first thing you want to figure out is your hook. So notice here I'm holding up what's your hook, and I'll explain what this is in a second. But we got to get a hook first before we can decide to record any kind of style of video. So to get a hook, what we have done over the years and what we recommend to everybody is whatever AI tool you're using, whether it's ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, whether you are inside the Dubb dashboard and you are using our AI tool, Auto, right here at the top, whatever one it is, educate the AI in your industry, your ICP, your ideal client profile. Explain to them why you're reaching out to that person, to that group, what the value is you want to convey, the action that you want them to take, whether it's booking a time in your calendar, downloading something, filling out a form, whatever that thing is. Just give the AI a nice understanding of your company and the reason you're reaching out and what you want someone to do. But the specific question you want to ask the AI is, AI, do me a favor, give me a list of about 20 3 to 5 word hooks that I can use so someone's going to want to click on my video. So it's going to give you that list of 3 to 5 word hooks, give it a human pass, see which ones you like, make the adjustments, give it back to the AI to make the adjustments. Say, look, I want a little more FOMO. I want a little more specificity. I want it to be funnier, wittier, whatever that adjustment is. But when you feel like you have those 3 to 5 word hooks, that list that you really like, then it's about putting them into the video. So this one right here that I recorded is the basic webcam recorder video. So I recorded this on the webcam. I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone. The Dubb mobile app has a whiteboard feature where you can type. And the reason we say 3 to 5 words is because that's a nice little punchy phrase. Fits really good right there. And a 3 to 5 word phrase fits really nice up here in a subject line of an email. Now, this can be one and the same or slightly different because remember, I gave you a list of about 20 of these things. So they can be one and the other, or they can be the same thing. Now, the last part of recording this is because it's an animated preview, the first 3 seconds, give a little movement to it, a little point, a little push, something that kind of brings it to life. But this is webcam, Dubb mobile app on the phone, whiteboard feature. This is probably the most direct way you can deliver a hook because it's right there in front of someone's face. Now, you also, from the webcam, can deliver something like this. You can drop a virtual background behind you. So if you feel confident enough that that background is going to give enough of a text, enough of a hook, then just use that and just do a little wave and a little point back. Could be someone's profile, could be a screenshot of a website, could be an action someone took, could be an article you want to share, could be a property in real estate. Whatever you feel like is strong enough to just be on its own and you waving and pointing, you can do that. You also can do a combination of both of these things. So you can do the context in the background, the hook in front. So you can do a combo. So it's totally up to you, one or the other or both. Works really good for real estate. A lot of real estate folks like it. Property behind, address, everything right there. But it works for any industry. Context, hook. Now, you also can record screen videos. So this one right here was done with the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder. That's a browser-based screen recorder that will get anything within your browser, put yourself in a bubble, put yourself on top of something, visually walk someone through something. Notice I have some annotation arrows here. I'm inside of the bubble. I'm right next to the title. We know it's a market update. But notice again, I'm holding the whiteboard up for that additional message because I want that hook in there still. So this is a great way, whatever industry you're in, if you want to be on top of something within your browser and you want to step by step go through some stuff, you want to point something out visually that someone's supposed to see, this is a great way to do it. And it's with the Dubb Chrome extension. And the Chrome extension is a 3-step process to pin that little thing right up here in the browser. So you just Google Dubb Chrome extension, pin it up here, and you're able to be on top of anything. When I show this in a little bit, I'll show you a LinkedIn example being on top of someone's profile, but any site within your browser. Now, there's also another screen recorder that we use, and this is called the Dubb desktop app. So the Chrome extension was browser-based that I just told you about. The Dubb desktop app is not browser-based. It can go on top of anything. So Canvas slides, docs, sites, videos, whatever you want. It just flies over the top of everything on your computer. And it also has the ability to crop in closer on whatever you're showing. So notice I'm pushed in further on this point right here. So when I show the Dubb Chrome extension and desktop back to back, you'll see the similarities and differences. But the big takeaway is Dubb Chrome extension is browser-based. Dubb desktop app is not. It can go on top of everything. The last way to record is with the Dubb mobile app. So the mobile app, this is very similar, just a simple little video like this, like we did with the webcam where I'm holding up the hook. With the mobile app, just type the hook on the screen and you can do the same thing. You also can do just like the webcam, you can do a virtual background behind you. Just take those screenshots on your phone, throw it behind you, and put a little text on the screen as well. So same idea, just doing it with the Dubb mobile app. The Dubb mobile app also has this really cool feature called picture in picture. Now, this was pretty much tailor-made for real estate folks. Whenever they want to do a property walkthrough, it uses both cameras on the phone, so it shows what's in front of you and puts you on the screen as well. If you're not in real estate, maybe you're sitting right here in front of your computer and you want to pull up someone's profile, website, article, all the scenarios we just talked about. I could pull it up on my computer, sit here with my phone, go picture in picture, and just start recording and physically lean into my computer. And it's the same thing. You're showing what's in front of you, and it's kind of a cool visual. If you're ever doing any local prospecting, you could record a nice video out someone's business before you go in, send it to them. If you are at an event or a conference, walk around, record the crowd, post it to social, or do it as a newsletter update. If you're ever with a client in person, whether it's in office, wherever you're meeting, maybe you're meeting at a coffee shop or whatever, and you're physically together and you want to do a quick little video testimonial together, you can set the phone up on a selfie stick or just hold it, go picture in picture, you're in the left, they're in the middle, and you can do a nice little combo back and forth and have a nice little video testimonial. Now, whatever style you decide to record that I just showed you, webcam, screen, mobile, whatever it is, when someone receives this, it's all about their experience. So they see the hook, they see the animated preview, they're like, you know what, I'm in, I'm going to click. And when they click it here, they're brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. So it's going to have your logo over here, the initial video you've recorded. Playlist videos are going to play seamlessly right after this video that you've made. The power of having the playlist is you can record a pitch video one time, why someone should go with you, your product or your services. I'd make it about a minute, minute and a half. I wouldn't go longer than that. And that pitch video will always play right after the initial video you've created. The reason that's important is because these initial videos should always be about that hook that we talked about. You want to get right into it. I wouldn't make these longer than a minute. Probably 30 to 40 seconds is your probably really good sweet spot to be in. Have them take an action when they're done. You also can have over in this playlist video testimonials. So if you do have them, this is a great spot for them. If you don't have video testimonials or you have them and you want to get more and you want a convenient way to do it, I'll explain how to do that in a second. Now, once you have your content here, below here, you have your call to action buttons. These are your CTAs. So when someone's done consuming the content, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? That's probably the most, popular button in sales. Do you want them to download a document, listing agreement, contract, guide? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to fill out an external form? Do you want a link to your website? Do you want them to check out a case study? Maybe leave you a review. So there's a number of choices you can have down here. If you do have multiple buttons, I would put them in order of importance from left to right. Now, if you want to get a video testimonial from a client that a lot of Dubb folks have used over the years, it's this reply with video button right here. So what you can do is send someone a video asking for a video testimonial, have that reply with video button below. So it would be, hey, this is Rob. Thanks so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. All you need to do is click that reply with video button right below this video here and let me know. What'd you think about the platform? Or whatever questions you would ask in your industry. They send you the video back. You have a notification inside of the Dubb platform that you have a video reply, and then you just make it part of the playlist right over here. And this is a nice little loop that's worked so well for folks over the years, this experience right here. Now, you also have over here to the right your AI assistant. This is called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And the reason SIA is so great is because when someone lands on the preset landing page here, maybe they're going to book a time, but maybe they got questions in real time. So over here to the right, you can have your FAQs. You can ask the AI a direct question. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to want to push for your desired outcome. In this case, it's booking a time in my calendar. So it wants to give the answer, but it wants to keep the momentum going. Now, this AI is educated inside of the Dubb platform with individual website pages where it can learn in text what's on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF as well. So one or the other or both, and the AI becomes completely educated on what you needed to know. Now, the last thing about these preset landing pages that are important, you want to have a preset landing page like this for different parts of your audience. So if I was in recruitment and I worked with employers and employees, I would want to have different pages for both. Same thing for mortgage, different kinds of mortgages. Same things for different kind of agency clients. Same thing for automotive, finance, coaching, consulting, insurance, real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expired, residential, commercial. There's splits in audiences in every industry. So you just want to have those different preset landing pages so it feels like you're speaking directly to them with the content that's on the page. Now, when you go from a free trial to a paid plan on Dubb, whether it's Pro or Pro Plus, we do an optimization setup. So the team would meet you in Zoom and help you set all this stuff up. Now, throughout the training today, if you feel like you want to upgrade from free trial to a paid plan, either Pro or Pro Plus, put upgrade into the chat or email support and say upgrade at support@dubb.com, and we'll give you the best deal we can if you feel like you want to jump to a paid plan. Now, all of this is tracked. So when you send a Dubb video, did they open the email? Did they interact with the AI? Did they click on any of the buttons? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what's the watch percentage? It really helps you follow up in a really educated way. Now, in terms of recording these videos that we talked about, these different styles, how would we record something like this? How would we record a webcam video? So inside of Dubb, in the dashboard, there's a big red button right up here at the top. When you select Create Video, it's going to open up your webcam. So when it opens up here, if I want to have that whiteboard available, right, the whiteboard messaging, all I have to do is get the Dubb mobile app on my phone, Dubbapp. Here is the Dubb mobile app. This little button right at the top, that little square with the person, if you tap that there, then you can type. So all I'm doing is I'm just going in here and I'm typing the hook. Just type it, turn it, just like that. and you have it available like this. Now, if you want the virtual background behind you, go below, select virtual background, that button right there, then go to your photos right here. And this is where you would upload into here all the screenshots that we mentioned earlier within your industry that you feel give that good context. And then it creates that nice library that you have in here. Just select the one that you want, puts it behind you, and there you go. Just make sure you got a good ring light or natural light or a combination of both. If you are going to talk with your hands, I would turn into a T-Rex dinosaur that doesn't have long arms because if you go out into here, you're going to go into the soup. And if you want to bring the messaging in, bring it in right here. Do a little turn to the background and come back like this. Now, every Dubb recording option has a teleprompter option to it. So if you want to use a teleprompter when you're here, all you have to do is click above here, right above your head, into here. Notice how it says create new script. If I click that button there, it's going to take me inside of Dubb, and I just copy and paste and save a script into Dubb. I got to have a script saved in the platform. I also can scroll to different scripts I have saved, or I can search for a script by title, just like this. And then the teleprompter is going to pop down. If you haven't used a teleprompter, it's pretty awesome. They keep you on point. The words are right in front of you. You got everything said exactly the way you want it. Just takes a little bit of practice. And you just want to read the words a couple times so the words don't surprise you and you have the proper inflection. It's really cool once you get used to it. So here is the speed of the teleprompter right here. Here is the play button to test the speed. And if you want to back it off or zoom it in, you can do that with the text. And if you ever want to make any live editing changes, hit the pencil icon. Make the changes, click save. Now, from a recording perspective, I'm going to bring in my hook. I'm going to hit the record button right in the middle. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. I can hit this pause button right down here at the bottom if I want to stop the teleprompter and stop the recording. Click it again to resume. If I want to delete the video, it's the red X. It'll say, "Are you sure?" And if I want to close the teleprompter, just tap the little button here, closes it. So this is one of the most straightforward ways you can communicate. Hook right here, virtual background behind, combination of both, right from your webcam. So I'm going to click this blue check mark right here. And the blue check mark is going to save this video into Dubb. So I'm going to select it here. And when it saves the video inside the platform, it's going to take me to the video edit page. That's always where you're going to land when you save a video into Dubb. Now I'm just going to select a different video because that one's still transcoding. So I'm just going to grab this one right here. Now, when you're on this page here, you got some options. You can change the title of the video at the top with the little pencil icon. I can come right in here and do one of these. Just change the title. Just make sure you click the check mark when you're done. I'll change it here. There we go. Click the check mark. Saved. Now, if you want to preview what this video looks like on a preset landing page, all you have to do is come right over here and click this button, this square button with the arrow right over here. Click that there, opens up in a new tab, and you're able to look at the landing page. Say, great, here's my video, here's my playlist, here's my AI, there's my logo, there's my buttons. Everything looks good. Now, if I ever wanted to change it to a different preset landing page background that I've already created, all you have to do is select this little drop down here and just select another preset background that you've created. And with one click, it'll change everything about the background. You also can download the MP4 version of any video you save into Dubb. You want the MP4 file? Just click the MP4. Every Dubb video has a QR code. So you can click this one here. And if you do any kind of physical mail marketing, it's great. You know, door hanger stuff, mail stack stuff, make a fun video. Hey, thanks for pulling me out of the mail stack. If you're at an event, you got a booth, put a little placard set up. If you're walking around meeting people at a conference, pre-record something. So when they scan the QR code, you can say, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. Click below to stay in touch. Or if you're doing an open house, this is perfect. Put the little QR code on the counter. They scan it. Thanks for coming to the open house. By the way, click below to check out more properties. So a lot of options with the QR code. A couple of important things down here. We have an analytics tab. So you're going to know about activity with the video. So if I click over here, hey, what's the action? What's happening? Are they opening the emails? Are they clicking on the buttons? Are they watching the videos? You can really drill down on the action so you follow up in a really good way. You also can edit any video that you save into Dubb. So if you click the little editing tab here, you can scroll right down here, and this is where you can do some stuff. You can play the video right here. Hi, this is Rob from... You can edit down here at the bottom, so I can grab the timeline. See how I'm sliding the timeline down here at the bottom? So if I want to cut something out, I can go to my first cut point right there, hit the scissor icon, splits it in two. I can drag it to my second cut point, scissor icon. Now it's in three pieces down here. Whatever's highlighted in orange, that's what I can get rid of. Hit the trash can and it's gone. And if I want to bring everything back, just click the undo button. Undo, 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 and you're right back where you started. The undo button is probably the greatest thing ever created. All right, so we have a video now. We recorded it. It's on a preset landing page. Now we just want to do a simple send. So how do we do that? So right over here in an email, best practices right here is to always have the word video in the subject line. It is the very first thing someone sees. It really makes a difference. It's rare that you see that. If you go through your inbox and you look to see if there's any video word in the subject line, it's probably from us. And then you can do a 3 to 5 word hook that we talked about. Remember in the beginning, your 3 to 5 word hook. And then you just want a little bit of text. And then you can drop the video in. So you can go right inside Dubb. Any video that you click on, there's a big blue share and send button right over to the right. Click that right there. Drop the email into the person you're sending it to. Click copy for email. And it's just a copy and paste. And you drop it in just like that. Now, there's a shortcut available as well. So if you have Gmail or Outlook 365 and you get the Dubb Chrome extension, the screen recorder we're going to look at in a second, and you pin it up here in the browser, right up here at the top, the screen recorder, then a Dubb button is going to show up in Gmail and in Outlook 365. In Gmail, that Dubb button is right there, here. In Outlook 365, it's in add-ins. But when you click that button, it's going to open up the Chrome extension, and I could record a video right now and save it right inside here inside of my Gmail. I also can scroll through my video library that you see me doing down to the right. Find the video you want to put in there. Click insert, and it will pop it right in, and you're able to send it. So you can do a copy and paste or use the shortcut. You have that available. Now, in terms of the Chrome extension that we just mentioned, how would we record something that looks just like this? Browser-based screen recorder. So what you're going to do is Google Dubb Chrome extension, 3-step process to pin it right up here at the top, and it will put you on top of anything within your browser. So let's look at LinkedIn as an example. So if I wanted to reach out to Ruben here, I'm going to tap the button at the top, the Dubb Chrome extension button, and it's going to put me on the page right here. Now, when you're doing this, you want to pay attention to a couple things. One is going to be the size of your webcam, which you can adjust just by pulling the side like this. You also can change your shape right inside here. I always try to match the feel of the page that I'm on. If it's a little more angular or go square or rectangle, Ruben's in a bubble, I'm going to stay in a bubble. Then you want to think about your placement. Where's a cool shot to put myself? So when they see the animated preview, it looks pretty good. I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben's bubble. I could knock on it if I wanted to for a visual. Now inside here, you can zoom yourself in if you want a tighter frame, back yourself up. You can physically reframe yourself inside here. And then if you want to turn your camera off, technically you can go right over here and turn your camera off. If you know the client, you just want to do an audio walkthrough of what you're showing, you can do that. You also can use your headshot if you want to use your headshot. Now, if you are live here, you can put a virtual background behind you. So just like we did with the webcam earlier, click the virtual background button over there, and you can drop it right behind you inside the bubble here. You have an annotation tool right here where you can point things out, and you have a teleprompter right over here. So this teleprompter here is a little bit different than the one that you just saw with the webcam. The reason this one's different is because you can physically move this one around the page like this. You also can manipulate the sides like this. But it's the same as the webcam because you can control the speed up or down like I'm doing right now. Hit the play button, back the text off, or zoom it in. The only thing you want to pay attention to here is if you're going to use the teleprompter with the Chrome extension, because the Chrome's browser-based, you don't want to go full screen on the browser. If you do, it's going to hide the teleprompter tab. The thing will be gone. You'll be like, hey, where'd it go? So you want to leave a little bit of space on the top. So when you hit the record button to the right, you can physically tap this thing and bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now, lastly, there's 3 orientations to record with the Chrome. There is camera, which opens up like a webcam. There is tab. If you select tab, it'll be a nice clean cut of this page that you're on. You won't see any of the tab mess I have at the top, just be isolated on this page. And you have screen, so which will show the computer screen. You'd only want to use that if you're going to bounce around to different parts of like different the tabs I have open. If I was going to take someone on a tab journey, like I started here, and I clicked on another tab, the circle would fall over to the other tab. So in this example here, I'm going to use tab as an example. Now I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. I'm going to bring in my my additional hook right here. Whoops, my hook went away. Black screen. There we go. So I'm going to bring in my hook here. There we go, just like that. And I'm going to click the record button over here to the right. So I'm going to click record here. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click share, get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, what's going on, my friend? I did not know that you were an author. I saw that you wrote a book. I got to check this out. So I did my animated preview, right? That's my movement right in the beginning. That's what's going to be repeating. And then I decided to jump to full screen because I want to talk to Ruben directly. Jumping to full screen when you make these screen recordings is a nice way to break the visual, make a point, and go right back to the page. So if you want to do that, just hover over the webcam with your mouse, double click it, brings you here, double click the page to go back to where you want to go. And if you want to scroll around and be very kind of free flowing while you're recording, whatever's your natural style, I would do that. But if you want to hit the pause button, take a break, hit the pause button down at the bottom, and then click that same button to resume. And if you want to use the annotation tool right over here to the left, you're more than welcome. You can do arrows, you can do text on screen, you can put things in numerical order of importance, you can draw, you can do circles, you can underline, whatever you need. So this is a really great way to reach out on LinkedIn. This is an awesome way, whatever industry you're in, to be on top of anything within your browser and visually walk someone through something. Now I'm going to hit the check mark like we did before. Check mark is going to save this video into the Dubb platform to the video edit page where we were before. Now, how would I share this video with Ruben that I've just created on LinkedIn? So what you want to do is you want to come back over to LinkedIn and you always want to be a first connection with anyone on LinkedIn before you send a Dubb video. So I'm going to send a little connector request. It seems like most people connect. And then I'm going to click the message button below. Now, when I click that, I'm going to be able to send Ruben a nice animated GIF, which is so rare on LinkedIn that people get things like this. So it does make a difference. Now, how I'm going to do it is we have an integration with LinkedIn. So you know how I showed you that shortcut button in Gmail? Same thing is available right here. See the little Dubb button inside the window there? Just click the Dubb button, opens up the Chrome that we just used, find your video over here to the right, click insert, and then just highlight this text right here, change it to a hook, and then click send. And then Ruben will get that nice animated preview. Now, the last kind of style that we're going to look at is another screen recorder, and this is the Dubb desktop app that I mentioned in the beginning. Now, Chrome that you just saw is browser-based. The Dubb desktop app is not. It goes on top of anything. It's like a drone that flies over everything on your computer. So what you want to do is you want to Google Dubb desktop app, download it from Mac or PC, and when you have it, the Dubb button is either going to be at the top or on the bottom. And when you click the Dubb button, you're going to see the functionality. You also can click View Quick Menu. When you do that, it pops up right here. So let's click Record Screen, and let's look at differences and similarities with Chrome that you just saw and this one. So as far as the webcam goes, it does all the same stuff. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. The teleprompter is similar in the fact that you can move it around the screen, but it is different in this regard. When you select the script that you want, first option you're going to have, right over here, is auto track. Auto track is voice recognition. So if I was going to hit record right now, I could read that script and it's going to go at my pace if you want to do that. Now, if you don't want to do that and you like the scroll speed like you saw before, just tap that button closed. And now you'll notice I'm going up and down with the scroll speed. So it's really your choice. It could be auto track or auto scroll, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, as far as recording, notice this red slash right down here at the bottom in that square. What that means is if I was going to hit record right now, when that red slash is there, it means it's getting my entire computer screen. If I get rid of that red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the borders of what I'm recording. So notice I'm on landscape right now for YouTube, right? I can move this thing around and put it on top of anything I want to. And anything within the blue lines here will be part of the recording. I also can tap down here and click custom. Custom is pretty cool because you can do cropping like this. So you can get very specific on what you want to show, which is pretty neat. You also can click down here and go to portrait, which is perfect for social media. If you want to record a social video right from your desktop app, you absolutely can do that right here in this proper orientation. Now, as far as the recording itself, here's how this is different. I'm going to hit record, big red button at the bottom. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I'm recording just like we did before. I can pause and resume like before, but the big difference here is the check mark. So previous to this, check mark means saving it in the Dubb. That's not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window that you see right here. And here is the clip that I have just recorded. So the desktop app's a clip recorder. So what we're going to do is we're just going to record a couple clips. We're going to merge them together into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. The cool thing about clip recording is that you can drag and drop MP4 files right in here and make it part of the story. So what I've just recorded here was a screen recording clip. So how do I keep going? What do I do? So down at the bottom left of the preview window, you have three creative icons to click on to continue recording. The one all the way to the left says record screen video. That's the style that I just did. So if I want to do another clip in that style, I'm going to click that button there. It's going to bring me right back to where I was. I could have swapped out the background with something else. I'm going to hit the record button. And now I'm just recording another clip in the same style I did the first one. Same thing. I'm going to hit the check mark. And there is the second clip that I've recorded. The cool thing about clip recording is I can move these around. So I don't have to record chronologically. I can do the end first if I wanted to. So it really frees you up creatively to not have to go in order. And you also can tap the three dot menu on any one of these clips and download or delete them. Get rid of the ones you want, keep the ones, get rid of the ones you don't want, keep the ones you do. Now, the second icon to the bottom left is your webcam icon. So when I select that one, it's going to open up my webcam, and this is going to look totally different. Maybe this is the beginning of my video, like, hey, welcome to this video, or maybe it's the end, thanks for watching. Or maybe it's a specific clip where I want to talk directly to you about something important. Select the check mark, and there is that style clip that you have right here. Now, the last icon to the bottom left is what's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator is pretty awesome. It gives you the ability to take a video you've already recorded, it's in your video library, take that video, put it inside of a bubble, and put it on top of anything you want to put it on top of. You can be incredibly efficient with that. If I was reaching out on LinkedIn and the message was the same for everybody, I could record one video and then just pull up someone's profile, pop it in the circle, and throw it on top. If I was sitting here in front of my webcam and I recorded a video directly to webcam with a teleprompter about a market update in real estate, I record it, save it into Dubb. And then I go into my video library when I click the narrator button below, find the video I recorded, there it is. And then I just put this on top of the market update website or market update slide deck, whatever I got, and I hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do all the work. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. And all I do is just scroll around and annotate and do whatever I want. I can kind of relax because I know what it is I'm talking about. Now, the last part of this is merging the clips together into one video and saving it into Dubb. You have two options to do this. Down in the bottom right, there's an upload button. If you select that there, it's going to merge the clips together, save it. If you click the edit button, it's going to merge the clips together, but you can do a cool little edit right here inside the desktop app that's just like the editor I showed you earlier in the platform. Do an edit right here. And then over here to the right, you just upload it into the platform and you're ready to go. Now, the last way to record that I'm going to show you is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the Dubb mobile app is similar to the desktop app because it's also a clip recorder, but it also does some other cool stuff. So what you want to do is get the mobile app, Dubbapp, and when you do have it, here is how you can record a video just like this. Okay, so here is the Dubb mobile app. Here is your video library right here in the middle. We're going to tap the blue camera icon at the bottom, and it's going to open up your camera. Now, when it opens up the camera, this will be defaulted for 1 minute of recording time when you first use the app. I'm going to slide mine over to 10. It will stay sticky every time you open the app. 10 minutes, you can't go beyond that. That way you don't have to worry about being cut off. I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I'm recording. Timer on the button, timer in my eye line. I can pause and resume this to the left, and to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there you go. There's the clip that I just recorded, just like the desktop app. Now, this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in my photo video area on my phone if I do need it. I'm going to hit record one more time just so we have some multiple clips in here. There's my second clip. And I can move these clips in any order I want to. So I can take my finger, hold one, slide it, any order that I want. And if I tap a clip individually, I can rotate, I can delete, I can trim. And if I select edit, I have some good options right here, right to the left. Notice there's a music icon. If I select that here, we have a whole library of royalty-free music you can choose from. There's a scissor icon. You can do a quick little trim. There is a text icon. Remember I showed you in the beginning, the hook? Type it on the screen. That's where you do it right here. just so we have some multiple clips in here. Come right in here, and all you have to do is just type your hook, and then you can change the color, font size, whatever you want. Move it wherever you never need to move it to. There's also a microphone icon to the right. So if you ever record something and you want to do a voiceover over the clip, just tap the microphone icon, do the VO right here. If you want to speed up the action of the clip, there's a little timer icon. So if you got a cool action shot, you're moving around, you really want to speed it up, you can put it all the way up to 10x. If you want to burn in some subtitles here, you can burn them into this clip or you can burn them into the actual video at the end by clicking the icon to the bottom right. Now, these icons over here, what do they do? If you select the tooltip at the top, just tap it once, it's going to give you the breakdown of the functions right here. I'm just going to point out a couple important ones. Right here, the countdown timer. When you select that here, you can do 3 or 10. I always go 3 seconds because it's the same everywhere else in Dubb, and it seems like the perfect amount of time. 3, 2, 1, action. And then the teleprompter is great. It's this one right here. So when you select this here, it's going to open up in here. You're going to grab your script. Let's do this one right here. And then you're going to notice I have the ability to push my script up and down. The reason that's there is because you want to keep your eyes at the top towards the camera. So if you're going to read the script and your eyes are down here, not at the top, just slide the whole thing up. And that way your eyes stay right up there where they're supposed to be. And if you're going to do a landscape video, physically just turn your phone and it will adjust that way to the script. Now you're going to notice you have your scroll speed again that you can test right in here between 1 and 10. Hit that play button, see if you like that speed. Hit the pencil icon if you want to make any changes. And then if you want to, typically I always feel like when you're reading the script, if you feel like you're going too fast, you probably are. That's a good kind of way. Unless you're really excited about something, then it works. Now, if you want to use voice recognition, let's say you don't want auto scroll, you want voice recognition, hit the little gear icon to the left. Click that there. Select auto track. Now this is going to be voice recognition. So when I hit record here, it's going to highlight these words. This is how Kimberly makes millions of dollars in additional income or revenue. So it highlights the words there as I'm moving. So you can do auto track or auto scroll. You have that choice. And then tap the X and it closes it. Now, what I showed you in the beginning with picture in picture, how do you get that? That is right down here, second to last icon, select that there, opens up your camera, uses both cameras, and now I can show what's in front of me, move myself around, make myself bigger, talk about something, then make myself smaller, get out of the way, zoom into the background. And you can do a lot of really cool stuff creatively. And then if you want to do the virtual background that I showed you in the beginning, it's the last icon to the bottom right. Take those screenshots, hit it here, you got the virtual background behind you. And then when you're done and you're ready to merge these clips into one video, all you have to do is hit the blue button to the top right, the blue arrow. That's going to merge all of your clips together. It's going to have an automatic download where it's saved in your photo video area on your phone if you do need it. And then you're going to have the ability right here and now I'm recording to click that upload button, the blue upload button, and that's going to save it into Dubb, and you'll have access to that inside the your desktop and also on the mobile app. Now, lastly, on the mobile app, you can do sending. So if I want to grab one of my videos here, just hit that blue button right there, share video. Click copy for email, paste it. Click copy for SMS, paste it. Or you can select the icons to the top right of the video. Block icon is for email, paper airplane icon is going to be for your SMS. Now, if you do have a CRM or a third-party sender that you enjoy using, okay, maybe it's a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level, or there's a MailChimp or something like that. You know, you have it, maybe you're using it for your company, or you already have it and you love the workflows in there and you just want to add video. We have a pretty big integration list for a lot of companies we integrate with. So if you want to keep what you currently have and you just want to add video, that's why we have the integration. Now, if you want to use Dubb as a fully functioning CRM, you absolutely can do that. You can come right over here and you can click on CRM, upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, you can do deals, you can do tags, you can do notes. You also can do bulk sending with Dubb, email and SMS. And if you want to do automation, we have that available with our Pro Plus plan, where you can do automated drip sequences and have everything working in the background. Now, I've talked about Auto in the beginning, which is right here, your AI assistant, Auto. Auto could also do content writing. Now, a cool thing about Auto is right over here, there's this little user icon. And see how this says basic and sales? You know how I talked about in the beginning of the training today, where when you have your preset landing pages, how you want different landing pages for different parts of your audience? Same thing when you're doing your content writing. So let's pretend I'm in real estate for a second. Buyers and sellers. Imagine that says buyers and sellers. So all you have to do is click create profile, and all you do is just answer these questions for this part of your audience. So the AI can learn about it. So whatever industry you're in, set up different splits here of your audiences. So when you go to write copy, like if I'm going to do a newsletter to my sellers, I'm going to make sure it's on sellers here. So AI remembers everything about my audience. So when I click in here below to write a script, say, hey, Auto, write me a script on blah, blah, blah. It's going to say, great, I wrote it. It's going to remember everything about my audience. And it's going to ask me, do you want to save this into Dubb? I'm going to say, yes, I would like to save it into Dubb. And then it's going to bring me to scripts right over here. I save it in the platform, and then I can load that script into a teleprompter and I can record the video. So it's a nice little workflow to get into in terms of educating the AI in your audience, doing those splits, writing the copy, loading it into a teleprompter, and recording the video. Now, Auto can also answer questions related to Dubb. So how do I use the Chrome extension? How do I use the desktop app? You also can go right down here to the bottom left, and you'll see this button right here, this green intercom button right down here. If you select that there, you can chat with someone on our team, and you also can do a keyword search for anything that you're looking for, and it will pop up what you need. We also have a number right over here you can call 24/7, which is Sophia. This is our AI agent here, can answer any questions related to strategy or tech related. If you'd like to click this second link right here, this is a nice learning library that we have called Dubb Academy. It's all in order, everything's labeled for titles. You can do some nice learning right in here. If you end up using Dubb and you really like it and you want to share it, we have a really good referral program. So if you click apply now, it's going to create this referral link for you where we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb. So if you ever have a group of folks together and you want us to come pitch, just let me know and I can come in and pitch for you. And it's 30%. It doesn't sunset, doesn't go away. It would only stop if we stop getting paid, obviously. Now, if you're on a paid plan with Dubb, whether you're paying Pro or Pro Plus, if you know 4 or 5 folks at 30%, you got a free account, and then you can go well beyond that. So there's a lot of options there with Dubb partners. Okay, so let me pop over here. Ralph, I saw you. You had your hand up. How are you, my friend? You must have popped in when we were getting moving. How are you, Ralph? You can unmute if you'd like to.
I'm good. No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. How are you?
Yeah, good, good, good. No, I was just wondering if the Dub app was available on the Google Play Store because I don't
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, it should be in there. If you type in DUBBAPP Dubb app, you should see that in there. If you don't, then I'll let the team know. But yeah, it's in it should be in the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I just don't. There is something there, but it's like it says Dub AI. It's got the logo, but when I launch it, it doesn't show what you were showing. So it might be a different version. I don't know.
Yeah, because it should you should be able to see. I'll show you on mine. I'll just show what it looks like so you can see it. Hold on. Dubb app search. Okay. See mine right there? See right. Kind of tough to see. That one right there? It's kind of reversed, but see the symbol? It says Dubb
Yes,
AI
yeah, Dub AI.
teleprompter.
Yeah,
That's the one you
yeah,
want right there.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the one I have, but it doesn't look like yours when you when you load it in. But I'll figure it out.
If you want to, take a screenshot and email us at support at Dubb. Just send it over. We'll know right away.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
that'll
do that.
work. Yeah, because that should be the one. Let's say someone created something similar all of a sudden, but that should be us. So yeah, definitely send it over.
Okay,
Cool.
thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Rob. And let me see if any other questions over here. Let me pop over here into the chat. Okay. Um, Anybody have any questions? Anything on their mind? I know I talked to a bunch of folks at the top. Alex, we talked. Lori, we talked. We have a few folks that I talked to that are just getting going with this, just checking things out. Any questions? Anything on anyone's mind? Anyone want to put their hand up? Anything they want to comment on? Question about? Anything? Anything? Going once? Going twice? Going thrice? Anybody? Well, look, the biggest thing I would say is hook, isolate your use case. right? How do I want to reach out to these folks? Educate the AI, who's my ICP, my ideal client profile, and then decide how do I want to record this video once you have the hook? Do I want to record a webcam video? Do I want to be in a bubble explaining something on a screen recording? Do I want to record a quick mobile video? So these are all great ways to communicate in general. They're going to be totally different than probably 90% of other sales reps that are doing this stuff. Because probably I would say less than 5% of the world creates videos with animated previews where there's landing pages that they can go on. So you're definitely going to stand out in terms of that. And that's what we found has worked really well over the years. So, well, listen, everyone, thank you so much for coming into the training. Oh, hey, Lori. Hey, you got a question. Perfect. Lori, let me come over to you. Go for it.
Unmute. This all sounds fantastic. Rob, you and I both seem to be realists, right? And you're very practical in all of this. Where do people get tripped up? Where do they start and they don't go through? Where do you see the fall off? Because,
Yeah.
you want people to stay on your platform and using it,
Yeah.
but like I'm guilty of starting things
Yeah.
and I don't know enough. You've been really thorough. I want to thank you for that. But like, what would be an encouragement or a reminder or a tip for people, if that's okay for me to ask?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's actually a great question to ask. The reason I think Ruben and Darius, who started the company, and the team, I think that one thing they've all done really well, I think, is having this training every day and having a really robust training in general because it's very easy to get shiny object syndrome with so many things that are being thrown at us all the
Right.
time. And I feel like the reason our retention rate has been so good over the years is because we're all kind of available. And I feel like there's this email address, and I'll put this in the chat right now. It's called feedback at Dubb, and I just dropped it in the chat. So we always say, look, when you're first learning this thing, find just an example, simple one, simple. Let me sit right in front of my webcam and let me record something and just send it over to feedback. What do you guys think? Pretend we're the prospect. I think because we do a lot of hands-on training when it's needed, I think that helps. Where people can get tripped up is we started doing this thing called an optimization account setup. So when
Okay.
someone decides to go from a free trial to a paid plan, the team meets in Zoom and says, okay, let me help you set up your logo, your preset pages, your buttons. Back in the day, before we had that, that was somewhat of a trip because it's like, oh man, there's training videos on this, but how do I set this thing up? So I feel like that setup meeting really has helped over the years, which was a little bit of a hump for people to get over. But once they get over that anyway, and they're on a paid plan and they have their stuff, then I think it's about really sending us something at feedback. The more you interact with us, the better. Because like the one thing we don't want it to turn into is like a gym membership where you're paying, you're paying the monthly and you're never doing anything. Like it would make me depressed to be like, oh wait a minute, you're paying something every month, but where's the videos? Make the videos. So I would lean into the daily stuff that we do here, and send us something. Lori, like we're very supportive of all this, but I wouldn't overcomplicate it. Get your hook. What way do you want to record? Send. And I think, and that's really just to kind of keep it simple.
Okay, I had one more quick question, if you don't mind, if you have,
Yeah.
do you have a second?
Yeah, yeah, of
Um,
course. Go.
I noticed in the thing I was watching closely, it's like, okay, you just grab this video that you made before, you just grab this. But like with ChatGPT, which I'm using a lot, and Claude, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all there, but like, is there any cataloging mechanism starting, or is there a search or something so that because all of a sudden you don't have three things you're looking at, you have, 103. So
Sure.
just a question for that.
We like the team built really good tagging. So when
Okay.
you have videos, just tag them, get in there, and then you can just pull up whatever ones you want. I know that back in when Dubb was first getting going, it was like a decision between files and tags won out. So
Okay.
it's definitely tagging is probably the best way to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Lori, if you're interested, and I mentioned this in the beginning for anyone here, if you want to come at 12:30 to check out Dub AI, the reason we have this is because I just put the link in the chat. It's 12:30 p.m. every day. Is because Dub AI has been pretty cool. It lives inside Slack. You just need the free
Okay.
version of Slack, and you can tell it to do stuff. So we just integrated it fully with Dub. So you can tell Dub AI, hey Dub AI, do me a favor. Let me know if anyone's watched my video. It'll scan
Okay.
it and tell you. It's pretty neat. So if you want to come in and check it out, we do it at 12:30.
Yeah, I will. I have
Yeah.
to travel for a family funeral, but
Ah, sorry
as
to hear
soon as
that.
I'm back in town. But no, this was honestly incredibly helpful. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it, Lori. Thanks for asking some great questions. We love that. So thanks. And then anybody else before we go? Anything on anyone's mind? Let's see. Oh, I see. I'm unsure the difference between the Chrome extension versus desktop. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me unmute you here. I'm sorry, what was your first name again? It was with an L, I believe. I can't remember. What was your
It's
first name again?
Larissa. Hi.
Larissa. Okay. Yeah, so the big difference is Chrome extension is browser based. Anything within your browser that you want to be on top of. So Chrome is nice and quick. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So see the little Chrome button right up here at the top? You click that
Yeah.
thing and boom, you're right on the page. It's just nice and quick. You're in the browser, you can do your stuff. It's one video you pause and resume and record. The desktop just gives you flexibility. Like, so when you use the desktop, since it's not on the browser, you can like take this thing and I can go here like this. If I go to custom, I can crop around whatever I want to crop around. You can't do that with the Chrome. So I can crop
Okay.
like this, and whatever was in the blue lines will be part of it. And I can go on top of documents, Canvas slides. Like there's nothing on top of my screen that I can't go on top of. So you have the cool options of like using different orientations. See how it's switching from portrait to landscape like that?
Yeah.
And then also the clip recording. Clip recording is pretty cool because what you can do is I'm recording right now. I'm going to hit my check mark and I can build out clips and drop MP4 videos in here. It's like a little editor that you can put these clips together. So it's just more functionality. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. So if you want quick and easy, Chrome is great within the browser. But if you want to be able to do a little more and put it on top of anything, desktop app's pretty sweet. Like if the Chrome extension didn't exist, you could live in the desktop app because you could just crop it around the browser. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for that.
Yeah, of course. Anything else on your mind before we go?
No, no, that's everything. Thanks. It's been really thorough. Information overload, but not in a bad way. Just need to go and have a play.
Yeah, I always tell everybody it's kind of like watching a little show. Sit back and enjoy it and just focus on your thing. Like if your thing was LinkedIn outreach, boom, I want to go back and watch how to do LinkedIn exactly. If it's recording from the webcam, just go with the webcam. Forget everything else. Just focus
Yeah.
on that. You know what I mean? That's really what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've got a definite idea of what I want to use it for. So I think it's just going in and playing now. And it seems like you've got a lot of support if there's questions. So that's great.
Yeah. And like I said, if you want to do a play one, send it over to feedback. Feedback at Dubb is the email. We can give you feedback since you're trying it. It's always a good idea.
Amazing. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Cool. You're welcome. Okay, everyone. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming in. It's the top of the hour. If anybody wants to show up at 12:30 p.m. PST, I dropped that link in the chat for Dubb AI. And happy recording to everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.